Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to Culz Reviews. Today it's just me and Sam. Unfortunately, Matt was working a double, but we were able to watch Skyscraper live. It was postponed from yesterday to today due to weather, which makes perfect sense. I mean, glass and water do not mix very well and are not good for climbing, and we want safety first, obviously. Now, Sam, I don't know if you've seen Free Solo. Have you seen the movie Free Solo?
Trying to think if I have or not. I don't think so, so I'm going to go with that answer, but there is a potential that I may have.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to watch it with you at some point. I know it's one of my favorite documentaries of all time. It's pretty terrifying the whole time. Just being afraid of heights. I mean, he obviously made it by that point through Free Solo. When this was announced, it was like, all right, we're gonna climb Taipei 101, which you're like, okay. But then it was gonna be live, and I don't know if that added a little bit of something where you're like, oh, this is happening as we watch. I know there's probably like a 10-second delay or something, but when you heard that he was gonna climb Taipei 101, what were your thoughts?
Um, Initial thoughts was like kind of more kind of props to him because that takes some real dedication.
A lot of strength too, but at the same time, I was like, I feel like it's got to, I mean, it's still super difficult, like 10 out of 10 climb, right? But it
Mhm.
has to at least be easier than El Cap, which is just sheer granite. And some of those holds, I was like, I don't even know what he's saying in that when he was climbing. They were good holds for him, obviously, but with this one, I was like, there's so many just architectural designs. Like, I feel like it'll be a little easier up until like the spire, where it's all kind of very intricate and like has all the like ledges and stuff. So I had faith going in. I was still super nervous, but he made it seem really I mean, he's like the best free solo climber that I know of, obviously. Uh, but he made it seem kind of easy. I mean, he was making really good time. I think he said he would climb in an hour and 30, and I think he hit it almost spot on.
Yeah, I actually do think he actually hit it spot on as well.
Yeah, and I think as he got closer to, we were able to hear him the whole climb, obviously, but once he was getting closer to the top, he was saying how tired he was getting, and I think that was because there was a lot of just, like, pulling up with your just, like, arms and just that whole, like, exertion. But once he got to the spire, I was like, "Okay, this is, like, the home stretch, like, we're good now."
Hmm.
So, Sam, watching this, what were your thoughts?
That that stuff is crazy. Definitely was. Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty intense to watch,
Mhm.
and like just the amount of wind that he was dealing with at some points could have also tired him out a lot as well.
Yeah, no, it was definitely very intense. There's a couple of points where I was like, I don't know if I can watch. I think the first dragon, you can kind of see it in the picture there, right? There's like the like circle on the base. If you guys are watching, there's a dragon, like architectural detail, like
Mhm.
gargoyle poking out right there. So when he would get on that, the first one, I was like, oh, I don't know if I can watch because that felt like the first like kind of real, kind of dangerous. I mean, it's all dangerous, but like extra dangerous move. But yeah, once he started just getting through those, I was like, "Okay, it feels good." When he switched up and then went onto the ledge and he would walk in, at first I was a little like, "Ooh, that's a little bit more sketchy," but it made more sense because then he could, just put one foot over onto the dragon versus having to pull yourself up.
Mhm.
So, very calculated, and I know at the end he was like, "I felt like I was going really slow," and everyone's like, "No, you went really quick." Like, he's like, "Oh, I thought I was trying to be really slow."
Yeah, it was very interesting because, like, when you're in the moment, you just, I don't know. I get into those zones where I'm just like, God, I feel like I'm going slow. And then, like,
Mhm.
you, like, look at the time or you glance at the time and you're just like, oh, apparently I was going way too fast.
Going too quick.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, I mean, I had a lot of faith in him being able to climb it, but it was kinda worrisome once he was, like, having to keep stopping to get the oil. But at the same time, it's good that he was doing the just safety precautions and stuff, but Yeah, it was pretty impressive to watch, I will say. And it was cool because Taipei 101 is one of my favorite buildings. Sears Tower is obviously my favorite, but this one I think makes more sense to climb. There's not as many things to hold on with the Sears. So this as a climbing thing makes a whole lot more sense.
What is this Sears Tower you're talking about? I've never heard of that building.
Yeah, you've been in the building. We have a vlog if people want to watch it. It's right above. Go click that. It's our whole day in Chicago. Um, but yeah, I mean, and the views were amazing. We had commentary, and I don't know who the other two were, but Seth Rollins, WWE wrestler, was on that. And I didn't know. I logged in a little bit after 6. And so I was just hearing the voice, and I was like, man, that guy really sounds like Seth Rollins. And then they're like, it's Seth freaking Rollins. And I was like, oh, that makes sense now. I get it. um, but yeah, it was pretty impressive to watch. And the visual at the end of him just standing at the top, the very, very top with the city behind him, just a crazy
Hmm.
visual.
Oh yeah.
Final thoughts, Sam, with Skyscraper Live.
Um, Final thoughts on it is that's an incredible feat, and to be kind of training for it and like seeing it as a goal for what they like 12 years is when
Mhm.
he like first was just like, oh yeah, I want to climb this building. And especially with like having like a family and all that, still being able to do it cautiously and know your limits is pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, he definitely knows his limitations, and he's talked about it in more recent interviews. I think leading up to this, where people were like, "Well, how does this factor in now having the family?" And he's like, "Well, it was different with El Cap because they had just started dating, so it's life goal versus a relationship, and now that it's a family, they've been dating for or together for almost 10 years, have 2 kids. It's you it's flipped a little bit,
Hmm.
as far as what he looks, and the fact he had her there, I was like, he must feel pretty confident because he didn't have her stay when he was gonna go do El Cap, so
True.
and plus there were so many like, all the people in the windows just, like, taking pictures and videos and had signs and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
Yeah, I was like, "That's gotta be pretty distracting because when you're on a rock wall, like, you're just seeing the rock face, you don't just see a person's face, like, waving at you."
Yeah.
So,
I mean, could be motivation too, which I think it kind
mm,
of was for him is a little bit.
yeah, I mean, it's gotta be a lot different because most solo climbs people do on their own, so usually it's just kinda he has his music and that's it, whereas this one, he had his music, he had people talking in his ear, he had all the cameras, which I'm sure he was maybe at least used to the cameras from the El Cap climb, but to
Hmm.
have that huge crowd, like, cheering every time he, like, got on the eagle or something over the eagle, people would just cheer.
That dragon,
Uh,
you mean?
yeah, the dragon, yeah, sorry, I was thinking of the Chrysler Building. No, it was pretty impressive, and like I said, I'm pretty excited to see my, at least a building that's in my top 2 or 3 behind the Sears, just be showcased, because the Taipei 101's been around since 2004. It rises 1,667 feet to the top of the spire and really doesn't get a whole lot of love outside of maybe a tallest buildings list every once in a while. And I know this is one, at least, that you guys probably have heard me talk about a little bit if you kept up with our coverage of the Legends Tower in Oklahoma, if that one ever gets built. But people were always like, well, there's lots of tornadoes there. And I'm like, yes, but they also have skyscrapers. You kinda have to design to, like, withstand that, and I'm like I'd point to this one because it withstood a 7.4 earthquake or something like that, 7.2, 7.4, like, a pretty strong earthquake, um, during construction even, it wasn't fully up, and, like, the only damage was to the construction crane, like, the building itself was fine, and it's had other smaller earthquakes since then, and it's kinda what they're designed to do, but yeah, really cool accomplishment, really fun for us to be able to watch live and, just see something big because, like with Free Solo, that came out. Yeah, it came out after he had already done it, so we weren't able to obviously watch it live. So that was a cool, unique experience to watch. Just something, such a kind of cool, big accomplishment get done like that. Then we probably won't ever see again. So that was cool. And yeah, it'd be awesome one day. Hopefully, we can set up an interview. I know me and Matt and Bobby reviewed Free Solo in theaters when it first came out. And we did that deep dive not too long ago on Free Solo. So hopefully at some point, and I have his book, so just stay tuned. Maybe I'll do that here upcoming. But yeah, well, Sam, out of 10, what would you rate this? I
Out of
almost
10?
forgot. Yeah.
I mean, 10 out of 10. That's an incredible thing to do and to just, I don't know, accomplish essentially.
Yeah. I'm right on that boat with you. 10 out of 10 for me as well. I think that's what I gave Free Solo anyway. So makes sense there. But yeah, just super amazing accomplishment. So we'll be back at some point. For more Culz reviews, click that link to your left. It was Monster Quest, and you're going to get a surprise episode that we actually filmed yesterday next week. So just stay tuned. Lots of fun Culz reviews coming up. For more from us here at Culz Paranormal, click that link to your right. And don't forget to hit that like and give us a subscribe.
Subscribe and switch your notification bell from personalized to all if you want to be updated on all of our new fascinating videos.
And let us know. Have you been on a climb? Have you ever tried free soloing, or are you more of a mountain climbing person? Let us know in the comments below.